Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden and 2K packs? Well, look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable Madden and 2K coins on the market. And of course, do not forget to use code Ferdy for 5% off. A link for their website is at the top of the description. What's going on, guys? Today we are once again updating the wide receiver tier list. And over the last month, wide receivers have been coming out, it feels like every single drop. A bunch of really new good wide receivers have come out since the last update. As you can see, we already have some new names on here. T.Y. Hilton's already on here. We have Plesko Burris already on here. Tim Brown, Devonta Smith, Doug Baldwin's card, Juju Smith that just recently came out, Allen Robinson, Randall Cobb. So a bunch of new names are already on this tier list, and we still have a bunch of names we still have to add to it. Okay, so let's waste no time. Let's just get started here with the AKA Tyreek Hill. Still the fastest wide receiver right now in the game, 97 speed, 97 acceleration. If you have him on a Dolphins or a Chiefs team, I do think he's probably the best wide receiver in the game right now. I mean, whenever I play tight with Tyreek Hill, he's always just getting behind people, and there's really not, like, he's so fast where you don't really need an ad catch opportunity because he's just running by people. But the main reason why I think this card is going to stay alive, even when he does get caught up to speed-wise, is because he does get 1 AP route tech, and I feel like we're not going to see a 0 AP route tech until at least team of the year. I don't think they drop a 0 AP route tech this early because there has to be, like, you know, they drop a 0 AP route tech, then that's all you need for the rest of the year, really. Like a free route tech, 99 speed guy on a theme team, and you're set. But, you know, deep out, short out, elite, I think in the slot, even on the outside, route tech's going to work. But I do like his route combos. I do like his ability combos a lot. Definitely runs some crispy routes and does get some nice separation. Not going to be an ad catch guy at 5'9", obviously. But I do still believe Tyreek Hill is, without question, S tier. And for now, we will put him to the top of that. The next man up is a budget wide receiver option, and honestly is one of the better deep threats right now in the game, especially if you have an Eagles team. This guy is legitimately S tier in my opinion. On an Eagles team, on a full one, even on a half one, it's still pretty good, but, or not half, 40 out of 50, but yeah, 96 speed, 96 acceleration. He's 6 foot, 193 pounds, so good size. If his route running thresholds were hit like in the short and mid range, it would be really good. And also after the catch, he's not the best, but it's that good deep route running, good catching, and for a 93 overall, kind of, what's his price? Oh, he's 130. He's not even budget. I thought this card was gonna be much cheaper than this, to be honest, but I guess that does make sense, but does get, you know, a 1 AP deep out. I'm surprised at his price, though. I thought for sure he'd be under 100K, but right now the market is up a little bit, so that does kind of make sense. But Quez Watkins, we're gonna throw him down here at mid B tier. But like I said, if you have a receiver on a full theme team, he does have that ability to kind of jump 2 tiers. So yeah, Quez, good ability, you know, does get a good ability with good speed, good size, and good deep route running. The next man up is the playoff promo Gabriel Davis. I feel like this card was a bit of a letdown. If he had 95-ish speed, I think he would have been a lot more popular because I do really like his abilities. Does get some good stats. He's 6'2", so he's not 6'5" like Calvin. That's why Calvin is still so high, because Calvin is able to get the deep in, deep out combo for 1 AP, which I think is one of the better deep threat abilities right now. I mean, deep threat setups, because no matter what route he's running, a post, a streak on the outside, it's going to light up and it's going to boost that catching. And after, you know, the patch, you kind of need these elite abilities to be way more consistent with ad catching. So I like Gabriel Davis' abilities. I think on a Bills team, this card is honestly really good, but for now we are going to put him, I'll put him in front of Randall Cobb down here at B tier. But yeah, good abilities kind of save this card, even though he only has 94 speed. And next up, we have the weekly wild card LTD Isaiah Hodgins. And this is an example of a card that, you know, has really good stats. He's 6'4", so he has good size, but the abilities for me are just a miss on Hodgins. I used this card on a second channel video, and yeah, he plays well. It's just the abilities for me, I think, could have been better. Deep out's obviously good, but I mean, Slot Apprentice is also good. I mean, he gets decent abilities, I guess, if he wants to fit your scheme, but I'd want to see like maybe like a short in here or a short out down here, maybe like a Slot-O-Matic to kind of pair with the Slot Apprentice. I think it would have been pretty nice down here, but to me, yeah, the card's still going to be a high A tier option. I just don't think he has that ability / stats and size combo to kind of be an S tier card. So I'm going to put Isaiah Hodgins at high A tier. So next up, we have the playoff promo Christian Kirk. One of the better receivers to come out of the playoff promo, honestly, was Christian Kirk. This card is really good. I don't think he's really a guy, you know, not on a theme team that you're going to put on the outsides and try throwing streaks to and deep post to, but in the slot, regardless of what kind of team you have, this card is pretty elite. 96 speed at 5'11", which is honestly pretty good for like a slot guy. Really good after the catch, 98 juke, pretty decent carrying, but it's the abilities for me. I love the versatility of this card. So I would definitely run Slot-O-Matic on him, 100% run Slot-O-Matic. And then if you don't have a Hot Route Master QB, I would run Slot Apprentice. If you have a Hot Route Master QB, I would run Short Out. And if you have him on a Cardinals or a Jaguars team, I would probably run Deep Out for now, because 98 speed is good enough where you can definitely beat guys over the top, and it would kind of be like Tyreek Hill's card is, for example. So Kirk, good versatility, just a really solid card, and he does remind me a lot of the T.Y. Hilton card, very similar. I do feel like Kirk does get slightly better versatility than T.Y. Also, he's 1 inch taller, so I'm going to put Kirk ahead of T.Y., but both cards are really good, you know, slot options right now. And next up, we have another playoff wide receiver, and that is, of course, the LTD A.J. Brown. I don't think this card is really worth buying unless you have an Eagles team, and that's probably why he's so expensive right now, because people are building Eagles teams. They're anticipating, I mean, it's going to be crazy. I'll be live tonight, by the way, over on Twitch for the Super Bowl promo reveals, but people are expecting a pretty crazy promo for the Eagles, obviously, which we're probably going to see. I don't think we're going to see Eagles this week. I think next week we're going to see the Chiefs and the Eagles cards come out. You know, for like the present players. This week should just be past guys. I believe that's pretty much how they do it usually. But AJ Brown, this card's really good. So stat wise, good. Acceleration wise, he's good. He's got decent size, 226, 6 foot. I feel like he should be. I feel like he is taller, but in game his build's a little bit small, if that makes sense. But good after the catch, and also most importantly, does get 1 AP route tech, which I think. I value 1 AP route tech so highly right now. I think it's probably the best, you know, if you could have 3 1 AP route techs right now on your field, I would say go for it. I really, really like route technicians. So with that being said, I'm going to put AJ Brown up here in front of Christian Kirk. The card plays well, good after the catch, 1 AP route tech. It allows you to kind of play him wherever you want to use him. So next up, we have another 1 AP route tech option, and that is Fred Belindakov, who is honestly really good. I mean, if you get this card, you're able to get him for completely free, and I would use him, like legitimately use him. Once you feel like his speed might be getting a little bit too low for you, which it might be, then just, I mean, eventually, not right now, but eventually I'm sure it'll get there for you. I think he's able to play in the slot. Of course, does get that 1 AP route tech as well as 1 AP wide receiver apprentice, which is really good. I like this setup for 2 AP, but honestly, if you just rock with route tech 1 AP, you'll be chilling. I do feel like he is not as good statistically as AJ Brown, so that's why he's not going to be S tier with him. But still, I think he's honestly a really, really good high A tier option. And I'm going to put him in front of CD because I know CD gets free short in, but I feel like route tech is just worth the 1 AP to spend because it's so much better than short in. I think it's so much better, way more consistent for me at least. So I think Fred does go ahead of CD, but it is close. It is close. So next man up is Michael Irvin, whose price is kind of slowly dropping here. He still goes for $1 million, but if you do the set, yeah, you can power him up for a little bit cheaper than that. Like the fact this card's going for 500K is pretty good, honestly. You could probably fully power up the card or fully get the card for maybe about close to $1 million, probably maybe like 9, 8, probably somewhere in there if you do the set. But yeah, this card's good, man. 96 speed with the acceleration, the magic, good routing across the board, 6'2". His cards always play amazing, and this one was no different. I love his card, and I didn't even have him powered up for the gameplay, and he still went crazy. So if we take a look at his abilities, he of course does get that highly sought after 1 AP route technician. I wish you were able to run route tech, deep out, and short out in the card for 2 AP. That would have been crazy. But yeah, route tech with short out or route tech. I think route tech short out is probably the move, but yeah, just run that because it is free, right? It's the same ability setup that Tyreek Hill gets. Only difference is Michael Irvin is much, much taller. So Michael Irvin, to me, without question, is ahead of the Tyreek Hill card. Yeah, without question. Next up, we have another playoff wide receiver, and that is Andre Reed. This card, again, I'm really not a big fan of Andre Reed cards in the past, but I really like this card, mainly because of his ability setup, obviously. But yeah, 96 speed with the acceleration. He's 6'2". He's decent after the catch. I mean, yeah, that's actually pretty good. 95 COD with a 97 juke move. Even 70 run block. I'm taking that all day. But I just love the fact that he's able to get the Herman Moore setup, which is short in and deep out for just 1 AP, which is obviously amazing. That is, you know, that's pretty good. And that's why Herman Moore, you kind of still see him at S tier because he has that size and that ability setup. That versatility is so nice. So with that being said, I am going to put Andre Reed just behind Michael Irvin. I feel like I still like route tech a lot, and also that short out he's able to get is really good. So I'm going to put Andre Reed right behind Michael Irvin. The two cards are very similar though. Depending on scheme, you might, kind of change up where I put these guys, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. So next up, we have the weekly wild card Rising Star Chris Olave. I made a video on this card yesterday, and I really like this card. He plays super well. 96 speed, 97 acceleration, route running over all the thresholds. Pretty standard for a receiver right now. Not much of a run blocker, though. He's not the most physical guy. Low strength, low trucking, low stiff arm, obviously. But again, abilities. It's that 1 AP route tech, and you're able to also run deep out on the card. And if you really want to, you could run short in. If you don't have a hot route master quarterback, you could run the wide receiver apprentice route tech combo on the card. So again, good versatility. I definitely do value that a lot. But with that being said, I do think Olave is behind Andre Reed. I feel like this is probably a closer debate than Andre Reed, Michael Irvin, but I'm going to put Olave behind Andre Reed. But I just love the route tech deep out. It's still good in the slot because sometimes even on those corner routes from the slot, you have the route tech light up, and then you'll have the deep out light up. Obviously, which is, pretty good because you're going to have the boosted catching and the boosted route running kind of throughout the route. So I do really like the route tech deep out combo for just 1 AP on this card. And finally, last but not least, we have Drake London, and I've been using this card. I did end up selling him for Olave just because I wanted to kind of see a new name and use a new player, but this card played great for me. Although his ability setup is a little bit unique, the stats are obviously good, the acceleration, the speed at 96, but he's 6'4", so he's taller than Michael Irvin by 2 inches. He has Andre Reed by 2 inches, has Olave by 3 inches, Tyreek Hill by who knows how many inches. But I think Drake London right now is the best. This card has played the best for me. And he doesn't even have route tech. He's able to get it for 2 AP. But what I've been running deep out in Matchup Nightmare and kind of using him in the slot. And a lot of the times, you're going to see Matchup Nightmare light up even when it really shouldn't. Again, Matchup Nightmare is an ability that it doesn't really work the way it says it should. I feel like it's always lighting up. I feel like it's always making an impact. So Matchup Nightmare for free with deep out. If you haven't tried it yet, give it a try. If you don't believe in it, I guess you could go route tech or you could go short in. It's up to you. But I love the Matchup Nightmare deep out combo. Combine that with the size and the speed and the way this card just kind of feels and plays. I think, yeah, without question, Drake London is the best wide receiver right now in this game. It took me, I had a lot of debating with myself. Am I going to, even Andre Reed I debated there, Michael Irvin, even Olave, I like his setup a lot, but I ended up going with, Drake London. So our top 5 receivers right now here in Madden 23, Drake London, Mike Irvin at number 2, Andre Reed number 3, Olave at number 4, and then Tyreek Hill rounding at the top 5. So drop a comment down below. What do you guys think? Who's too high? Who's too low? And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.